What happens after death? You had the courage to ask. The answer is essential for your path. How do I live? What role do ethics and God play in my life? Why do I exist? All great questions are connected to this. Nowadays, people suppress this question because there's great fear of death. Modern science and our materialistic society cannot give answers. For them, there is only matter. The existence of the spiritual, the supersensible, is rejected. Answers can be found in spiritual books and sacred writings from all over the world. The universal genius Rudolf Steiner founded spiritual science at the beginning of the 20th century. Steiner could see the invisible spheres we enter after death as clearly as you and I perceive our outer world. He investigated the higher worlds by scientific methods. His books and lectures give logical answers to all important questions of life. I will summarize in simple words what Steiner writes about life after death. When you die, your physical body decays. What is left? As a human being, you consist not only of a physical body, but also of other invisible shells. You are in reality a spiritual being. The physical body is a spacesuit for your Earth mission. We are terranauts. After death, we return to our spiritual home. We wander through supersensible spheres on the way back. For each sphere, we have our own spacesuit, our own shell. So there are other suits that allow you to enter the world of life energy or the world of emotions. In the first days after the sacred moment of death, we process all the experiences of the past life. Important memories become external, like in a 3D cinema with a 360-degree perspective. We watch vivid film sequences about the past life and recognize connections between events that happened decades ago. When the first days after death are over, we discard another shell. We leave the sphere of the etheric world. The life on Earth's memories are handed over to the cosmos. Now a completely new phase begins in another sphere. In order to gain entrance into the higher spiritual worlds, we must let go of all desires, addictions, and earthly sympathies. It is the phase of detachment from the sensorial physical life. In Christianity, this time is called purgatory, in Buddhism bardo, among the old Greeks Tantalos torments, and in the Indian Veda Kamaloka. Already here Steiner observed that many materialistical orientated souls incarnate again. Matter is too attractive for them. We experience in this world a purification from all earthly entanglements. But a second important thing is brought before our eyes here. We recognize the effects of our actions. We feel in our own bodies how we have hurt other people. We feel exactly what others have felt in their interactions with us. Thus, we are shown the moral side of the last life. When this phase is completed, we take off another shell. We leave the astral world and stand at the gate of the spiritual world. In Christianity, this world is called the Seven Heavens, and in the Indian Veda it is called the Devachan. The less you have used thinking in your earthly life, the more imperfectly you will arrive at the gates of heaven as a spiritual being. If a living being on our earth lives is in complete darkness for a very long time, it gradually loses its sight. The eyes need the light, otherwise they atrophy. If thinking was too exhausting for you during your earth mission, you will already arrive at the gates of the spiritual kingdom with a stunted body. Our thinking is the sense organ for the spiritual world. Just as nutrition and daily habits develop your physical body, thinking shapes your spiritual body. Thoughts are the materials from which your spiritual body is built. The more you have assimilated of the true and the good, the brighter it will be for you in the spiritual world. If you were absolutely convinced that there is no life after death, then it will be dark and lonely in the spiritual world. You had to believe during your earth mission that there are no angels, then you will not see any angels in the kingdom of heaven either. You are blind to higher spiritual beings. Your spiritual knowledge, spiritual beliefs and loving actions gained through thinking are crucial for your future in the spiritual world. They become the external world in the spirit realm. One who has absorbed spiritual ideas will experience the paradisiacal beauty of the spiritual world. He will consciously prepare his next incarnations with the angels of the higher spiritual hierarchies. On the other hand, the one who has refused to think spiritually will have to remain in earthly conditions for a long time until he has absorbed so many spiritual concepts that through them he can be carried into the spiritual world. Often one's beliefs are invisibly hidden in the subconscious. Beliefs have been deeply programmed into the subconscious by media, school, parents, and materialistic-orientated science. Conscious and free thinking are the elixir of life for your development. Just as water is indispensable for all life on earth, independent thinking is vital for your development as a spiritual being.